What's up, my YouTube family? Welcome back to my channel. Happy New Year. We're now in year 2022. If you made it, give God thanks, because there are many of us who did not live to see this new year. I'm bringing you my very first video for the year and hope that there will be many more after this. And I hope that you guys are blessed with many blessings and prosperity, okay, for this year. So we both gonna prosper this year, guys. We both gonna prosper. All right, I'm declaring that for all of us. We gonna prosper. I pray that I get more subscribers and more views. You know, you guys share my video with people that you love, people that you care about, people who needs to know certain things, man, that's going on in this world. Okay, so that's the end of my introduction. Anyways, I'm bringing this video to you from the one and only, the Fancy Banana. Okay, we're not doing slap ham today. Actually, we might do slap ham today, later on today, but for tonight, for right now, we're gonna do the Fancy Banana, and their video is 20 massive dam failures caught on camera. For those of you who don't know what a dam is, it's the thing that beavers built. I'm kidding. Of course I know what a dam is, alright? I don't know who the architectures were for these dams, but they dropped the ball. They really dropped the ball. Let's look into this. If you haven't already, hit the like, subscribe, and turn your notifications on. Hit the bell so you know every single time I drop new content. Please go over to the Fancy Banana. Give them some love as well. Subscribe, share, like and stuff. And share my videos, guys. Please share my videos so I can get more subscribers coming in for this year. Okay, 2022. I want it to be a good year, and I want to post a lot of content this year, and I'm gonna have to do that with my phone because my laptop is not doing it for me. Okay, so you guys gotta stick with me with the phone for now until I make enough money or whatever to get me a actual camera to do this stuff with. All right, so let's get into this video. By the way, I'm not making
There are
any money,
a lot of things about mankind that's impressive, and one of them
broke.
by far is our ability to build structures that
But
can do
hopefully
incredible
this year
things.
it changes.
Not even talking about basic housing, but things like skyscrapers or monuments like the Eiffel Tower and Mount Rushmore. And of course, there are structures that have a glorious purpose, if you like roads, bridges, and of course, dams. But when dams fail, they fail really damn well.
Nice pun. Damn.
From a dam in China to the collapse of one in Brumadinho, here are 20 massive dam failures caught on camera.
Fancy Banana.
Number 20. China's 1975 Bangkao Dam. As in all things, timing is everything, and that especially goes for dams, because just how devastating they can be depends on what's going on in the area at the time. For example, in 1975, China's Bangkao Dam went and burst. That in and of itself is a tragic thing, but then you realized it happened near a populated area after midnight. You know, when everyone was asleep and nobody had any reason to think that their lives would literally be washed away soon. That is a true tragedy. On August 8th of that year, a tidal wave of 10 kilometers wide and 5 meters high traveled at up to 50 kilometers per hour, racing across flat farmland in Henan province, demolishing everything in its wake. And I'm not sugarcoating this for you. I'm dead serious. Just about anything that was hit by the explosion of water would be torn up or taken away. Roads, buildings, power lines, everything was gone. Villages out in an instant. And if you can believe it, that's still not the end. Is that a dinosaur? Because you see, there were other dams nearby and...
Yo. Did I just see a dinosaur? Was that was that an amusement park that was covered in water, or one of those places that hold historic stuff like a museum? Because I'm pretty sure I just saw a dinosaur.
Everything was gone. Villages out in an instant. And if you can believe it, that's...
Yeah, it is a dinosaur. I mean, sorry. It's serious, guys. The flooding of water, tsunami, dams breaking, that is very, very serious. But in light of all of that, you have to laugh, okay? If not, you put yourself in such a stressful position that you end up, it has passed and it was devastating. A lot of people probably lost their lives. A lot of people lost their homes. But in the midst of everything, you still have to have a laugh, okay? And that's a dinosaur. That's a full-on dinosaur. Anyways, let's get back into it.
Not the end
The
of it.
things that
Because you see, there
see
were other dams nearby,
or don't
and the
see in
tidal
these
wave
videos.
that came caused them to fail as well. To
Damn.
the extent that a domino effect occurred, and mass destruction was the result. It's sad that a hurricane was the main cause for the original dam bursting, but regardless of the cause, over 230,000 people were killed in this event, showing you right off the bat that a dam bursting is a bad thing. Before we go on, like this video, smash the subscribe button, and click the notification bell right now, or this centipede will...
Disclaimer, I do not have the rights to this video. I'm using this video as fair use so that you guys can know of the stuff that's happening around the world. Those of you who don't know, those of you who don't read or, explore videos on YouTube, I'm bringing this video so you guys can be educated. And yeah, so I just wanted to put a disclaimer there just to be on the safe side. I will put it in the description box below as well, and I will put the original link to this video in my box below, as in my description box below as well. So let's get back into it.
Crawl on your face when you're sleeping.
Come on, dude. Come on, dude. Seriously.
Number 19.
Of all things.
Dam collapse in Brumadinho.
Damn.
What's worse than a dam full of water bursting? Well, how about a dam that just so happens to be full of other things, including water? In Brazil, there was a dam in Brumadinho that just so happened to be near a mine. One that dug out things like iron ore and put the waste in the water of the dam as a result. That would cause things to get messy, and eventually the dam broke, causing devastation in the form of a wave of gross things. It's not apparently obvious. You're not supposed to put things into the water of a dam unless you're allowed to, and the company known as Vale were certainly not. The dams are built to hold a certain amount of water and a certain amount of weight, and by going and messing with that balance, the dam burst, and the higher-ups at the company literally faced murder charges for the people who were killed in the fallout that occurred when it did. The state government would go on to say that the company would have to pay more if necessary. This would be the point where most would say that justice was served, but the fact that justice needed to happen in the first place makes it all terribly sad.
Yeah.
Number 18.
Stop putting things in people's water.
The lake.
Yo, I believe anybody that's putting things in people's water are evil. Downright evil. Why would you mess with people's water? Whether it's the water supply, whether it's a dam, whether it is a lake. Don't mess with people's water, man. There's a saying, those who control the food and the water rules the world, controls the world. Stop planning world domination, man. We all want to live, okay? Including the animals, including the plants, the trees, the insects. We all want to live as one. Okay? So stop planning world domination. Hitler days are done. Okay? Along with other rulers that wanted to control the entire world and wanted to destroy this and that just so that they can have this and that. Come on, guys. Learn to do without, man. It's not that hard. Stop messing with people's water.
Dunlap Dam
And
failed
lives.
in May of 2019 is a very touchy topic for those that experienced it, both in terms of its failure and its spillgate, but also the fallout that came afterwards. Wow. Because when it comes to dam failures, the water doesn't
that's a lot
just
of water.
go away. There's so much of it that it honestly lingers until it can be drained or diverted.
Yeah.
In the case of the Lake Dunlap failure, the people of the area were so mad about it that it became a major political issue in regards to their local elections. And many people were
Do you know how much water a dam holds? This is not like the sea where it goes back and then it comes forward. That is actually more destructive in a way, but a dam holds a lot of water, and all that water is like pressure, and it's pressure that's forced on these walls. That's why you see with dams there are holes in the wall where it allows water to come out gradually instead of pour out, because the pressure of these dams, so long as the walls fail, that water pressure that's gonna come from up top, because majority of the time dams are always above a city or a village or a town, and when that dam breaks, all that water pressure come rushing down, guys. It's almost like a land tsunami. All right, so this is serious, man. I'm so glad we don't have a dam where we are.
Situation and the potential of future catastrophes that could happen with future dams
I don't
bursting.
think we do.
But the problem,
come on, beavers,
well,
do a better
knows,
job.
Politics suck. And as proof of that, just recently this year, the vice president of a commission meant to help fix things just got approved of a loan to help build a new dam, and it took 2 years to get it up. Apparently, many residents aren't happy that it's taking so long because they know that other dams could burst at any moment, which is obviously the last thing they want because they already saw what the first one could do.
Yeah.
Only time will tell what happens with these people and their land.
Okay, so
number 17.
My opinion about dams is that I believe that every year people should go and check to make sure that there's nothing that needs doing with it. Like if there's cracks, make sure the cracks are sealed. Actually, I don't really know if people do this already, but this is just my opinion, that if you know you have like thousands or millions of people living in a village that a dam is above, I think it's your responsibility to always make sure that this dam this dam is well looked after, you know, instead of waiting until destruction or devastation happen, then to repair the dam. How about you do it? How about you check on it every year, and every 2 or 3 years you do some construction on this dam to reinforce this dam. It's just my opinion. Again, I don't know if there are people who actually monitor dams or not, but that's what I would do. Oh crap! That's what I would do. I accidentally hit something and it went too far forward. Now I can't even find my way back. Alright, let's just move me up a bit. I think I think at the end of this thingamajiggy here is where I'm supposed to be. Alright, let's just play it from here.
Honestly weren't thinking about a global catastrophe as much as others because when a dam burst near their town, it flooded literally everything.
Okay, I think we need to go back a little bit.
Thinking about a better way to put it, it's Edenville Dam collapse. First one could do.
Okay, great.
Only time will tell what happens with these people and their land. Number 17.
You know what's losing your land
Edenville
too?
Dam collapse.
Something
As
that
we
you
all
paid
know,
all your
2020
money
was a
for,
year that we could probably
and some
just
people
do
still
away
paying
with.
money for.
There's no other way to put it. It sucked, and there were so many things that were terrible about it that it's hard to describe. But for the people of Edenville, they honestly weren't thinking about a global catastrophe as much as others because when a dam burst near their town, it flooded literally everything. The only good thing about this particular collapse was that there was some warning to evacuate, which they did, and for good reason. Apparently the area had gotten some heavy rainfall that flooded the lake that would feed into the dam. The swelling of the lake due to the rainfall caused the dam to burst, and the results are clear for everyone to see. As the dam failed, a deluge of water and debris washed away a 900-foot wide section on the far east of the Tittabawassee River and the earthen embankment. This forced the water being released to cause the Sanford Dam, just a few miles downstream, to fail as well. That's 2 dams failing in one area, and the damage as a result was costly. 10,000 residents would be evacuated, 2,500 homes were lost, and the damage cost was said to be $250 million. The only good news? Nobody perished, showing that evacuations do work when people take them seriously.
Yep.
Number 16. Uttarakhand Dam disaster.
I know I keep pausing all the time, but it's because it is a reaction video, so get accustomed to it. Where I reside, which is in Barbados, the Caribbean, we do not have an evacuation plan, which is horrible. Okay, there are some places like Bermuda and Dominica and those places that have, like, for instance, in every country, in every parish, sorry, they have microphones or whatever, those speakers. They have speakers up on poles in many areas, so that if there's an evacuation, they sound off the alarm, and people immediately, gather what they need to gather as fast as they can, and out they go. We don't have that. And I believe that we need to get an evacuation plan, because everything is not always going to be perfect. And you don't want to have a lot of casualties on your hand anytime a catastrophe hits. And I believe our government needs to address this and, make an evacuation plan for our country, just in case of an event where we need to evacuate. I'm not saying that, I'm not putting it out in the atmosphere that anything would happen, or I'm not putting it out in the atmosphere where, you understand? So, like, always have a plan for your people. You know what I'm saying? We never had a plan. Not everybody understand this. Not everybody listens to the radio. Not everybody watches the news, or national news. Not everybody watches the national news. So it's better to put something where everybody's gonna hear, like a speaker with an alarm on it, so people would know. Yes, there are apps that you download on your phone that gives you emergency information, and it triggers, and it lets you know that you evacuated stuff. But again, not everybody has these apps on their phone. So in that aspect, you need to put speakers and have alarm systems so people would, if there have to be an evacuation, you know, let have a evacuation plan, you know, and have the nation practice the evacuation plan so that if anything has to happen, Lord forbid, we got a way out of the country. Okay, so let's continue. That's just my thought. Okay, my opinion, my thought. You know, get off my case if you think that I'm, yeah. You know, there's skeptic people who always jump on you and say, "Oh, why would you say something like that? Oh, why would you put that out in the atmosphere?" I'm not putting it out in the atmosphere. I'm just saying, be prepared, okay? Always be prepared for a natural disaster. Always be prepared for a disaster where you need to be evacuated in one. Do not wait for a disaster to happen then to implement these sort of evacuation protocols, okay? So, with that said, let's continue.
It would be fair to say that part of the reason that so many dams fail is that they're not maintained over the years.
You see?
And thus weaknesses can form. However,
That's
as
what
we've
I
already
said.
shown you so far, nature has a habit of speeding things
Wasn't that
up,
what I
if you
said
will.
earlier?
And that means that
That's
a
what I said
dam
earlier.
failure can go and happen anywhere at any time. And you can't do anything about it for the most part. Take, for example, in India at the Uttarakhand Dam. This was a dam that was doing just fine until a nearby glacier decided to go and move randomly. And when it did, the water it helped release went to the dam and broke it. And you can clearly see how much water we're talking about here, because the dam didn't stand a chance.
Wow.
Which of course takes me to the people that were in the dam's path, because they had their own issues to deal with. There were people who were trapped in power plants because of the deluge of water.
Man.
There were even people that had to hold on to scaffolding that was nearby due to how the waters were trying to get them. In all, 18 people were lost and hundreds were dubbed as missing because of the events of the dam failure. Again, showing that nature has a way of making man's
That's what I told you
constructs
guys.
feel
These
very
things need to be
damn
maintained.
inferior. Number
You have
15.
to maintain these things,
Columbia
man.
Dam failure.
These are people's lives.
Remember when I began the video about a
glitching.
dam that had perfect timing when it burst? Well, here's another case of that, but not in the way you may expect. In Columbia, a new dam was being built, and it's well constructed, just a few months away from completion. But then something very unexpected and incredibly timely would occur, mainly a landslide in the nearby area.
Oh.
Usually this would be bad, but it wouldn't cause a dam failure. The catch here is that the landslide blocked a very particular tunnel in the dam, and that tunnel was one that was meant to divert the water. And why is that bad? Well, remember, it wasn't exactly finished, so water was coming in, but had to be diverted in part so it wouldn't overflow. They even had multiple tunnels that were meant to divert the water to ensure safety. However, the company who made the dam had sealed off 2 of them already, and so with nature sealing off the final one, it eventually went boom. The team at the dam were able to hurt the dam but allow the water to stop from bursting out. However, it only delayed the inevitable, and the floodwaters were soon unleashed into the dam area. These are very delicate contraptions in certain ways.
Come on, guys,
When
stop
the
with
fail-safes
puns now, man.
everything fails with them. Number 14. Baldwin Hills Dam Failure. The Baldwin Hills Reservoir was constructed in 1951 to provide water to the south and southwest portions of the city of Los Angeles, California, which, if you live in California, you know that it's very appreciated that you can get water rather easily. There are a lot of droughts there, if you didn't know. The Baldwin Hills Dam was one of the measures taken to confine the reservoir, and at first things seemed to be looking good for that dam. The problem, well, just 12 years later, the dam was breached, and it caused millions in damage and killed 5 people as a result.
5 people. See, people
There's
lose
a bit
their
more
lives,
to the story,
man.
though. and it does need to be noted. You see, the workers at the dam did notice that something was off with the dam and its pipes. Therefore, emergency procedures were taken
My phone
in order
is
to
on
start
red,
draining
guys.
the water.
I hope
Furthermore, despite 5
complete
people
this
losing their lives,
before it
could have been
dies,
a lot more.
because it's not going to
Evacuation
save.
would be ordered to try and save the people downstream,
And if
they
it doesn't
worked to
save, I'm
the
not doing
pipes
this video
and
over
lower
again.
the water level in order to stop what was coming. Sadly, however, despite all of their best efforts, it didn't work, and over 250 million gallons of water would be poured out of the dam.
Ooh.
But again, it could have been a much more deadly situation had they not noticed what was going on.
Yeah, true.
Number 13.
Damn,
Lake
we only at
Oroville
13?
Dam Scare. This next one's honestly more of a cautionary tale of what needs to happen really damn soon instead of a dam bursting situation. You see, in Oroville, California, there's a mighty dam. And by mighty dam, I mean
That's
a
actually
literal
pretty cool. I
behemoth
like that.
of a
That's...
construction that just so happens to be the tallest dam in the world today. The dam is a multi-purpose dam. Not only does it provide water to the areas of California within its care, but can also help with flood control.
That's actually pretty
and it's
cool. I like that.
hydroelectric as well, meaning that it has a power supply for the area. So what's the problem then? Well, in 2017, there were heavy rainstorms in the area.
See, catastrophe. You never know when you're gonna have a natural
and this
disaster,
went on
man.
for weeks. Now, as I noted earlier, dams are only meant to handle so much water. They're prepared to take some rainfall, but not torrents of never-ending water from above.
Yeah.
As such, after all those weeks of rain, the emergency spillway for the dam went and started overflowing. Aerial footage showed that the dam was seemingly on the verge of collapse, and 200,000 people were evacuated as a result, or what was possibly going to come. Thankfully, the worst was avoided and the spillways were eventually prepared. The problem, though, is that many say the dam is still vulnerable, and it's not the only one in the U.S. that's this way.
That's pretty.
Number 12. Sardoba Reservoir Dam bursts. When you hear that something is a disaster,
I gotta keep my eye on.
That's not a compliment.
Gotta keep my eye
And
on
sadly,
my
for this
battery
particular
percentage.
dam in Uzbekistan, that's exactly what the diagnosis was before it burst. This would occur in May of 2020, where after a set of storms would hit the area, the dam wall burst and the water that came out went and flooded both nearby villages and the fields on which they made their livelihood. Needless to say, they weren't very damn happy at all about it. Just as bad, to go and try to mitigate the damage,
really
a
bad
plan
at these
was
dam
created
plans.
to flood a certain area to try and lower the water levels, but that plan would backfire, and the flooding then got even worse. Oh, and as for the people, they were so damn mad at what happened with this disaster that they began to demand more cooperation between the nearby nations, who apparently aren't willing to work with one another when it comes to water supply problems. Now, it may sound odd, but it's true, and if that lack of cooperation was the reason this dam was doomed to fail, then what does that say about other dams that are in other parts of the world right now?
True.
Number 11. Teton Dam Failure. The Teton Dam in Idaho was not meant to fail. In fact, it had a, you guessed it, glorious purpose for which it was built to embody. The dam and its reservoir were the principal elements of the Teton Basin Project, designed by the Bureau of Reclamation to control flooding, as well as provide a source of hydropower, irrigation, and drinking water. On the whole, that's a wonderful thing, and something to be appreciated no matter how you look at it. But when you look at the dam bursting, something obviously had to go wrong. Here's the real tragedy that comes into play, because you see, the dam didn't last for years and then fail. It barely lasted 1 year after full completion. In fact, it was going through its first true filling, in terms of holding all the water it needed to, when things began to go horribly wrong. In this case, there were cracks in the dam, or seepages as some would call them, and they were small enough that they felt that they could keep on going. They should have really taken the hint, though, because a few days later, even more seepages came about. What happened? Well,
Once
that
you have
created a sinkhole. A sinkhole that came from the overflooding of the
once you
area,
have one
and then all
crack,
hell broke loose trying to put that genie
once you
back
have
into
one
the
crack,
bottle. Over $400
you can
million
expect
worth
many
of
more
damage
cracks
was
to come with
done,
it.
all because they thought
Especially
the
if it's a
dam was
lot
fine.
of pressure on that one
Number
crack.
10. China's Three Gorges Dam.
Ooh.
Here's another example of people on the higher level not paying attention to the clear signs that something's going wrong, because in
How
China,
to keep
and
these
specifically
things
Shanghai,
maintained.
there's a construct called the Three Gorges Dam. And also, from the outside, people and the environmentalists had a major problem with it. They went and warned the government for years about the dam and how its failure could lead to widespread destruction for the people. But the problem, the government didn't exactly give a damn. It was the world's largest dam, and they felt that it could withstand anything. You gotta see where this is going.
Yep.
Because if you look it up, you'll see that the dam didn't fail, but the Chinese government's resolve absolutely did. They realized that there were dangers that the dam was causing, not the least of which were rock slides that were permeating the area as a whole. They then labeled them hidden dangers and promised to work to be mindful of the situation so that it doesn't spill out of control again. Which some might call progress, but the dam problem is still there. Number 9. China's Guangxi
We're almost
Dam.
there, guys.
We'll stick with China because while the last dam didn't fail, the one at this reservoir certainly did. It happened in the Guangxi area and was in many ways a signal of
Is that a
things that
road?
could come for China if they weren't
yeah, it
more
is.
proactive. Well,
Road
the
collapse.
dam was only reinforced once, and that was over 25 years ago. What's more, it was heavy
Jeez.
rainfall due to storming that caused the dam in this case to collapse and cause a whole lot of damage.
I told you guys, you have to
All that's
maintain
left
these
of the dam
things.
is a ditch. But why does
Jesus.
this apply to China as a whole? Because it's all about cause and effect. China has a lot of dams, 93,000 of them to be precise.
What?
Which is fine as a whole because they need them for a whole lot of things. But like a lot of
Wow.
other countries, which includes
There's a
you,
lot of
United
dams.
States, the dams aren't maintained and inspected properly. Many of them are aging and are in danger of collapsing. Many feel that a black swan event could be coming due to how many dams could collapse in due time. Number 8. Duo Dam Destruction. Dare you
The
to
lobster
say that
was
5
having it.
times fast? You know you want to. Heading north of China and into the land of Mongolia, they too had a major rain problem that led to not one, but 2 dams bursting. Specifically, the dams on the open spillway of 2 reservoirs and a bunch of places I can't pronounce were breached and collapsed as the water level on a river continued to rise because of heavy rain. Just 1 dam bursting is bad news, but as the Mongolians soon realized in spades, 2 dams bursting in one area was disastrous in all of the ways that matter, because over 16,000 people were hurt in some way by the floods. The farmland that was
16,000
destroyed
people,
or
that's a lot
flooded
of
reached
people.
over 21,000 hectares, and it destroyed 22 bridges, 124 culverts, and 15.6 kilometers worth of highway. Number 7.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna cut this short because my battery is dying, and we are in 33 minutes of this video, and we are only now at number 7. So I'm gonna cut it short. Sorry, guys. I know you probably wanted to see what number 1 was, but again, I will put the original link to this video down below so you guys can watch it for yourself and you can see what the other 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 was. And yeah. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn your notifications on. Hit the bell so you know every time I drop new content. And please, guys, please share my videos. Share. Help me get some more subscribers. Help me get some more likes. You know, help me out for 2022, guys. This is a new year. Happy New Year again. If you have stuck with me throughout this entire video, thank you so much for sticking with me. I'm Shay, and I'm trying to see what I can do this year, because you know I'm trying to get some merch, and it's gonna be named Goofball. Okay, Goofball, either Productions or Goofball Cause I'm goofy, okay? Everybody tell me I'm either goofy or I'm corny, but I'm funny. Okay, I'm funny goofy or funny corny, all right? So I'm trying to see what I can do so that that could be my main catchphrase or logo or whatever. But I'm trying stuff, I'm trying stuff for the new year. I'm trying stuff, new stuff for myself, to see where it goes. Okay, so I'm asking you guys to help me out. Please share these videos with your friends, with your family, with whoever. You can also send the link through WhatsApp. You can send a link through Facebook. You can send a link through Instagram or TikTok. You know what I'm saying? Just help me out, guys, and share my videos, okay? Thank you once again for sticking with me throughout this entire video. Those of you who are new, thank you for subscribing to my channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I ask that you help me get some more subscribers from your people, okay? All right, guys. I'm Ché. Happy New Year. Enjoy your day. Enjoy the week. Many blessings. I'm out.